You're now tuning in to the Ambitious Views podcast, where we share unique perspectives on storytelling within film and television from the past, present, and future. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So let's get to it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Ambitious Views podcast. We are back, y'all. It has been a very long time, and Corrigan, just want to apologize on the behalf of the AVP crew. It's been a struggle in my little old life on the prairie. But
Life be life,
but
man.
man, life be life, and from traveling to a lot of work stuff. It's been crazy. So, but we're back. There's definitely a lot of stuff that's coming up this year that we had already talked about. We look forward to. So it's in the midst of the season, you know. So we made sure that we didn't miss out on Bridgerton, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. The season four of Bridgerton. That's what we'll be getting into today. Other than that, how are y'all doing, my good people?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, nothing major has happened since the last time we recorded that I can think of. So I would say it's been pretty good.
Okay, okay, okay.
Same here. Same here. Just been rocking and rolling.
Yeah,
Uh, Trying to live our best life, man.
nothing wrong with that. One bill at a time, ain't that right?
Man, they gonna keep coming too.
Not one bill at a time. Don't speak them into existence.
Hey,
Don't you hate when, or maybe it's just my bills, they'll email you and they'll say, the bill coming. Get ready. Then they'll email you again and say, okay, we took the money out. And then sometimes they'll text you and say, just to let you know, we took the money out. I get it. I get
I I
it.
get it. I'm broke. Thank you.
Thank you.
yeah. The thing that really pisses me off be like, thank you for your payment. Like they all excited. Like this is not an exciting moment.
This is not at all. Leave me
Like,
alone.
shoot, I am not happy to give you my money. Doggone it. So,
Give me a
but yeah,
discount.
man. Well, cool, man. I'm glad y'all doing good. I'm excited to be getting into this. This is definitely a very different approach to the series, I will say. So I'm definitely interested to know what were y'all thoughts. But of course, before we get into that, we got to get into our what is this game? And y'all, guess what? You're in
What?
luck. It is my turn. So therefore, you don't have to worry about any cheating going on, or confusion.
Is that
You got,
right?
that's all I got to say.
I
Okay.
mean, I don't know who be cheating, but okay. I don't know who be confused, but okay, let's go.
Just want the listeners to know because sometimes they be speculating,
Okay.
and it'd be
Okay.
a while, you know what I'm saying? So, who knows? But all right, so just to remind y'all, because it's been a little while, and maybe Blaze or Alex may need a little reminder,
Freshen us
but
up.
yeah, here it goes. All right. So what is this consists of picking one of us taking turns picking three person, places, or things associated with one TV show or one movie. They all got to be in the same thingamajig. So it may be the character's real name, maybe talking about some buildings, superpowers, whatever we want to talk about.
Buildings.
Yeah, I
Mm.
kind of ran out on that one because I definitely unless it's well, see, I can't even remember what's the name of the place in Superman, the Daily View.
Metropolis.
Oh yeah, Metropolis. Okay. But
Oh,
anyway,
oh, the Daily Planet.
oh, Daily Planet. There you go. See there? I would have messed up and lost. But all right, y'all ready?
Let's go.
Let's go.
We're gonna do character names.
Okay.
Character names. Clarissa or Clarice, either or.
Mm.
Joe and Mia.
Mia.
Man. This is a movie or a show?
Movie.
Clarice.
Clarice,
Yeah, we're gonna say
Joe,
Clarice. Clarice is the name. Yep.
Clarice, Joe,
And
Mia.
Mia. Hmm. Mm,
It
Clarice.
is a movie.
I
I
got
thought
three
I
different
thought
movies in my head.
I thought you said this was easy.
Um, it is related to what we're
Okay.
talking about today.
All right, let me
Okay.
spin back to
Okay,
that.
right.
Back to Bridgerton. So maybe it's something dealing with Victorian London.
Okay.
Paris, Mia, child.
It's a movie.
Joe, Mia, and Clarice.
Does it have something to do with the Sherlock Holmes movies?
No.
Wow. Okay. That was my guess. Okay. Mm,
Do y'all need another hint?
yes.
Yes.
All right, here it
Lifeline.
is. It came out in 2001.
Oh my God.
2001.
2001.
2001 is related to what we're talking about today.
I ain't know they made stuff like that back then.
What year did the Cinderella with Brandy come out in?
Oh,
Let me see here.
I want to say that was late 90s.
it was in that era. Late 90s, early 2000s. I don't know why 98 sticking out of my
That
head.
was 97, Alexander.
97.
97.
I was close. All right.
Impossible.
Yep.
Would have
Yeah.
been a good guess.
That was a wonderful cast.
It
Yeah.
was. It was.
I think you actually stumped me on this one.
You might have got
What?
me. I I'm
Two,
a I can't got I ain't got nothing.
nothing, like nothing.
Okay. All right. Are you sure that you are giving up? Or do you want one more? Well, I feel like if I give one more, you might get it. I don't know. But do you give up or do you want to give an answer? What is it? What is it? What is it?
I mean, if you want to give us another clue, you can. Otherwise, just tell us.
All right. The answer is The Princess Diaries.
Oh, wow. Who is Joe?
Joe is the Queen's boo thing.
Mm.
Starts off as security guard slash driver, and
Yep.
then
Okay, I got you. I got you. I'm gonna be honest, I don't be remembering names like that.
I do, but I have rarely watched that one.
what?
I hate to say it, I watched it recently though, and I
That
didn't.
came out in 2001. Wow.
Mhm.
2001 as
I, I honestly wouldn't have thought that came out in 2001.
I can
I
see
really
that.
would have thought that was more mid 2000s, like around '05 to '07 or something.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can see that, but I think stuff that came around out around in that area, I feel like that was a very good time for movies too, to where it really stuck. Because that, I mean, Princess Diaries was huge,
Hmm.
huge, you know. But
Man.
yeah, Julie Andrews
Yep.
is Lady Whistledown. So
Yeah. She does
Ah,
the voice. Yeah.
sure does. All right, dearest
Yeah,
gentlemen. Hmm. Yep, that's her.
yeah, you got me. You got us.
I
I'll
won't
give you
claim it
that.
to the.
I'll give you that. It's about
okay.
time.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's okay. We just gonna come back harder next time.
Okay. Okay. Well, how about you bring us on around to your watch list? What you been checking out during this long commercial break?
Just a couple things. They started the second season of Cross, which has been pretty good so far. Like the crime storyline that they're doing. So I'm
Mhm.
interested to see how that's going to turn out. Interested to see what Alex is going to say about it. So I won't say too much. Um, we had a snowstorm, you all, a few weeks ago, and so I started The Handmaid's Tale.
Mm.
And I mean, it's a great show, but it's
Hmm.
also a very traumatizing show. And I
Oh,
think I watched like the first three seasons within maybe a week and a half. And so
yeah.
I like slowly went through the fourth season, and now I'm stuck in the fifth season because I'm like, okay, this is a lot of trauma. There's a lot going on. I need to take a step back. But I'm almost done with that. I
Okay.
see why it was so popular. I'm thinking
Yeah.
about reading the book just to see what the book was like
Hmm.
and like what they changed and everything.
Yeah.
Recently, this past Sunday, I went to go see the new Scream movie, Scream 7. Ghostface back at it again.
Mm.
Same old tricks. They brought Sydney Prescott back, and it's about her and her family. And Ghostface still coming after her, but now her daughter as well.
Of course. Man.
Right.
That's wild.
And the cool thing about that is one of the previews for it was for Scary Movie 6, which I thought was funny of them to do.
Mm.
Mm, yeah. That's dope. I saw that trailer. It's actually really intriguing. I'm definitely curious to know like where they go with it and stuff like that. But it definitely seems to have the same energy as back in the day, especially
Yeah,
Scary Movie 2.
yeah. And I'm curious to see how it's gonna be because we live in the world of cancel culture. So it's like
Yeah.
how controversial are they going to be?
True. True, true, true. Which I feel like maybe they'll try to escape through the scare movies as much as possible, maybe. But
Hmm.
like you said, there are when you go back and watch it, especially like a few scenes in Scary Movie 2, it's just like woo.
Hmm.
Oh man. So but no.
Um, and then of course Bridgerton, which we're talking about later on.
Mhm.
I checked out the new Game of Thrones show, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and y'all, it's pretty good. The
I
first two
heard.
episodes, I was like, what is this? But if just make it past the first two episodes. I'm not gonna say skip them because there's still like important things that happen, but make it past those two first episodes, and the rest of the season, you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm happy I watched. Like the
Okay.
acting is really good. And I would say the difference between this show and like Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon is that we see more common folks. Kind of like those couple episodes in House of the Dragon where they were looking for all the bastard Targaryens, and we
Hmm.
got to see more of like the other life. It's the same thing here, but that's mostly all it is. And so the tone of the show is, of course, different because it's less royal people, but like
Mhm.
seeing regular people trying to interact with the world people and kind of um come into their world was really good. And I think I told y'all this already, but one of the best battle scenes ever
I
that
heard.
you will ever see. Like, huge fan of Game of Thrones, of course, and Vikings, who like those two shows have some great battle scenes. This may
Mhm.
have beaten any battle scene that those two shows have had. Like
Oh,
that good,
Was it
that
episode
good.
5, right?
Yeah, episode 5.
I've been keeping up. I heard. Yeah.
Hmm.
hey, so you telling me even when winter comes, it's beating that?
Mhm. Yep.
Yes,
I heard. I
Wow.
heard it's up there with Battle of the Bastards.
it is.
Wow.
It is. I may have
Wow.
to rewatch Game of Thrones just to see if I think that this one is better than Battle of the Bastards, but I kind of want to say it is.
Mm.
Hey,
Yeah. Yeah. And
hey.
then the last thing, I watched the musical Hades Town. Amazing. That's kind of my latest obsession right now is Hades Town. If you've never heard of it before, it's basically about the Greek myth of Orpheus and Eurydice, and they put it in like a industrial type of setting. But the music is really good. The story is really good. I saw a video of the original cast and then one of the cast that did it after the original cast left. Both were great. It's definitely a show I want to see in person.
Hmm.
Um, if you're like really big into musicals and stuff, I highly recommend it.
No, what you say that one was on?
Orpheus and Eurydice. And then it also includes Hades, of course, Hermes, Persephone.
What you got, Alex?
Yeah, so I'm just now starting Cross season 2. I'm only one episode in, so I just started
You
it. Like,
just started.
yeah, but I'm already drawn in though. I'm already
Hmm.
drawn in. This is a pretty interesting plot, and I know Cross got all these. It reminded me of a game with the main mission, but it got a whole bunch of side missions going on
Hmm.
that you just got to keep up with, and they already starting to line them out, and they did a lot in that first episode, so it's gonna be interesting season. But starting at finish, I thought I finished Doc season 2, but I didn't realize that was the mid season finale, and then it's gonna start back up. I think later this month. And season
Mhm.
2 actually got 22 episodes that goes
Dang.
up until September. I think they're gonna take like a summer break and finish up in September. But finally caught up with Doc, and it was really good, man. And the back half of this mid part of season 2 has some pretty heavy episodes where in these doctor shows you think how they save the day and save everybody's life, but in a couple of these
Hmm.
shows that wasn't the case. And it was pretty heavy.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Oh
But
yeah, that episodes kind of remind me of basically how a lot of shows used to be like Grey's Anatomy and Scandal and all this stuff like that. Like they just be
Hmm.
pumping the episodes out. So
hmm that's what
eh,
it kind of. My wife, she's watching it with me. She compares it to Grey's Anatomy a lot, just a little bit
Hmm.
more uh drama filled tone, I guess. More realistic, but it's been good. And also the background with the lady, getting her memory back and how her life is fragmenting back into place and things like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it's really good. So that's really it. But I guess I forgot to mention, yeah, during the snowstorm, we did watch a lot of movies back in January, and
mhm.
and we actually hopped on Disney Plus to watch a lot of cartoon movies with with the baby. All of us cooped up in the same room, in the same house a lot, so we was trying to
Hmm.
keep her entertained. So we introduced her to some Disney classics, like
Hey.
yeah, we had a Jungle Book, Lion
Okay.
King, Toy
Yep.
Story, all those, the Tarzan. Uh, I love to sing with her, so all those
Okay.
type of movies. Yeah.
Mm.
That's dope. That's
hmm
dope.
Put her
So
on the good stuff, on the
Yeah.
classics.
Got to raise them up right. So,
Yes.
yeah, make sure you put on Lion King too.
hey, Lion King 2.
And Hercules.
I
Oh yeah.
forgot about Hercules.
Oh yeah.
That one slipped my mind.
Y'all
Yeah.
gotta go to
Yeah. And the reason why we started off with Jungle Book, she like monkeys. So that was right up our alley.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense. That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Dope. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm pretty sure that I may have watched more than what I'm gonna mention, but it's been so long that it is what it is. I will pop it off by saying that I finally, after so many people mentioned it, I finally started Lord of the Rings. I finally started, watched the first one. I think I started either on early on a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning, and it was good. Like you can tell that well, you can tell I can tell how at that point in time it really drew an audience, especially how big sci-fi and fantasy used to be late 90s, early 2000s and stuff like that. And that definitely kind of
Mm-hmm.
came on the fantasy end. But yeah, but it was pretty good. Hoping to knock out the other two, whenever time permits. We just finished Beast Games 2. That's the show by Mr. Beast. That show is just so crazy, man. It's literally, in my personal opinion, they got to be the most extreme, unique, and thought-provoking reality game show I've ever watched. And so season 2 definitely doesn't disappoint, and the
Okay.
narrative that's in it is pretty dang wild. So, but yeah, like especially if you're into traders, you will definitely enjoy Beast Games just because
Mm.
similar to traders, there are moments where you literally get to see character development or the truth comes out about how people feel about each other or really unique moments as far as like decision making. So it's pretty wild. It's
Okay.
pretty
Okay.
so highly recommend that. That's on Prime. Also another project that was on Prime, I finally got to watch. Had been on my watch list for a very long time is the Bob Marley biopic. Um, really great acting. Really great acting. Highly recommend if you're into Bob Marley's legacy and just his story in general. It was pretty cool to see certain moments that I remember watching the doc and learning different things about him and them kind of bringing that to life. But yeah, but it's a pretty good film that's on Prime. Been trying to make sure that I'm watching all of the Best Picture films. I got like three or four more, I think. I finally watched Begonia, which is on Peacock, and that's a very interesting film. Very interesting film. It's kind of one of those things where you just kind of just sit on, you got just got set in the moment and just take it for what it is. It kind of gives like this openness of just like you kind of wonder what's going to happen, kind of like Eddington, which came out
Mm.
end of last year, close to the end of last year, and
Oh, that didn't
uh,
get any nominations.
Sure didn't.
it didn't. And to be honest, I am semi kind of surprised, but at the same time, like, you know, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just like the marketing really didn't push enough people to watch it. I don't know, but Eddington is a pretty unique. Because have y'all seen it yet?
I have not. No.
Okay, yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah. Definitely let me know what y'all think about it. Because I feel like it kind of almost had the same feeling to a certain degree. It definitely at least early on as One Battle After Another and stuff.
I can see that.
Okay.
Joaquin Phoenix and gosh,
Pedro,
what's the
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal, both of them are in it, and I feel like they do a pretty dang good job for what the story, actually is. So, but one movie that I did watch because it pretty much right after the roads were semi-clear to start driving again or whatever with the ice, we cruised on out, and so on the plane, I got to split up on the plane about two takeoffs and watched F1. And that is a Apple TV or Apple original, and I definitely understand why it was at least considered. It is
Mm.
a really good film. Definitely, in my personal opinion, is rewatchable. I actually want to watch it again
Okay.
straight through instead of splitting it. But just a film that's not super serious, but has a good story, and it is a drama, but it's nothing just super deep. I really like the feeling of that movie. I feel like we don't get the chance to get as many films like that anymore because sometimes I feel like it's so hard to like people want to tell stories that's meaningful, but sometimes it's kind of hard to stick with something that's just because of a situation and nothing super deep.
Nothing to do. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And so I really like F1. That's something that I ain't gonna be like it's the greatest of all time, but I do feel like it was possibly a sleeper, maybe because the length of time it was in theaters and maybe people was kind of like me, like it's a race film and I'm not into cars like that. So I don't know, but some type of way they made car racing film interesting. And one of the things I will say that I did like the scoring of it and the soundtrack is really good too.
Yeah.
So yeah, so definitely recommend that. So, but all right, man, we're gonna go on and jump into Bridgerton season 4, or should I say the Cinderella story of Bridgerton.
Mm-hmm.
Cinderella-ish.
Yeah,
Cinderella-ish. And
yeah.
honestly, when I say Cinderella, I'm talking about the Brandy Cinderella.
The Brit
Right.
because we talking about impossible.
Right.
Man.
Man, so what was y'all thoughts like early on? This is Benedict, I believe, story.
Hmm.
Yep. Yep.
So it's a brother that has definitely had a very unique and free so to speak, lifestyle that we kind of passively have seen throughout from the beginning to now, and it's his turn. And I always had the thought process when my students or anybody was telling me like, oh, it's going to be Benedict next. I'm like, this is going to be very interesting. Like, I wonder where is this going to go? How's
Hmm.
it going to go?
Hmm.
Like, what is it going to be? And so yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into it. What was our first thoughts? Did we even feel like Benedict was even going to fall in love with anybody? I think that's the biggest thing.
No.
Not at all.
I was like, this man does not want to get married. He is not about that at all. He trying to live his best life. Like he
Yeah.
was gonna be a forever bachelor. So seeing him fall in love, I was like, oh, okay. This is
Yeah.
a different side of you.
As Violet, as they call Violet, I thought Benjamin was gonna be a spinster, you know.
Yeah.
He was just gonna keep spinning around society doing his thing. But no. But it fits the way he fell in love and who he fell in love with how he already was. I mean, it just all kind of I mean, once you sit back, in hindsight, it fits. It fits Ben. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it's just random. It's kind of one of those things, the thing that he battled with the most, which was like the standard of society. It's almost like he not necessarily became a victim of that, but it's almost like he had a hard time going against it publicly. And I
Hmm.
felt like that was very, very unique. And it was very unique for his character to struggle with something that he did not like in the first place. But then just because he's trying to choose love, all of a sudden he's trying to uphold society, the status quo, and all this stuff like that. So I felt like that outward internal battle was very unique to witness during the season.
Well, I was gonna say, and along with him, also, I think his mom's storyline, Violet's storyline, uh, is that her name?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her
Yeah.
storyline kind of almost stole the show, especially in the first part.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, also she kind of was doing something similar, going against
Hmm.
the status quo for someone who was a widow and refinding and reconnecting love, or more important, I guess she was kind of like refinding and reconnecting with her own, sexuality, and just, not being afraid to explore that and not being afraid to, you know, live a happy life. And, like I think somebody told her, life is meant to be happy, and things like that. So I just think that her storyline as well was a parallel to Benedict's storyline, and kind of just offered almost like a mirror of what they both was facing. But
True.
she kind of had a problem with him later in part two with because of who he was loving. But
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I think it
pretty good parallel stories.
I think it also paralleled to Kate in the second season because she was older and unmarried and everything like that. And people kept telling her, like, you make your sister look bad because you're not married. And so I feel like this season we got to see it from the male perspective that even though Benedict is a second son, his actions still can impact his younger siblings, especially the girls and them having marriage prospects.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. And we could say that's like maybe that's why he started dealing with what he did, as far as trying to choose to, go along with everybody because he wanted to be the true big brother and be a great example, um,
Mhm.
and things. But also I just feel like, overall he was kind of like love struck because, finally someone wasn't gazing over him, wasn't going after him because he was a Bridgerton, and that
Mhm.
really stuck out to him, which I found very unique because you would think, which I guess he technically did, I think in the last season, you would think he kind of had already received that, with his friends and in the spaces and all the stuff like that. So I definitely felt What did y'all feel like was the thing that was different about this love interest than any other ones that he was with prior to?
Well, Sophie's circumstances. I mean, this season is the only season, or yeah, really the only season where we got to see, um, like the common people, essentially, and what life was like for them, and even like what marriage prospects, if any, are for them. So I think that's a
Mhm.
big thing that made this season different, was just we're not dealing with two people who are in nobility in the circumstances surrounding that. We're dealing with somebody who is not noble, and despite being raised around it, has no authority or power within it. And so she's kind of just living her life.
Mhm.
and and she ran into a Bridgerton who fell in love with her.
Darn Bridgerton's boy.
And then Bridgerton,
Hey.
Uh,
they out here.
man, man, you better get rid of it or run away. 'Cause they,
Yeah.
yeah. Alex, were you gonna say something?
No, I was just laughing at them like, yeah, I like they all pretty much went against. I think they all their stories are pretty unique in their own, where they probably didn't go about the season in the traditional prototypical way you would think somebody
Yeah.
should. Every last one of them.
Yeah, most definitely. Which is funny because it's like the younger sister, which I can't remember her name right now. It's like she's all in. That's all she wants up until um
Oh
Francesca's husband passes away.
man,
Uh,
They took
and
they took the homie.
they took the home.
man, man, and Audra kind of, I think she even mentioned it too. She was like, is he about to, because,
When he said, "I got a headache, let me go lay down," he ain't getting back up.
uh,
I I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming.
yeah, it was very, that was definitely just truly out of nowhere, and it was very, I think that is a really good lesson though for the younger sister to have really understand like what this stuff is. It's not all like fairy tales, you just fall in love and all the stuff like
Mhm.
that. Like
Mhm.
this is real life,
Right.
and if you're gonna be with somebody, just know that things can happen with that somebody or with both of y'all. And
Mhm.
y'all gotta figure that out and stuff. And
That's a real good point. Like, because Violet is teaching them about love matches, but like realistically speaking, a lot of these people during that time period did not have love matches. It was all just, you gonna marry this person because they gonna help us get out of debt, or they got money and they gonna help So
Mhm.
her seeing that marriage and all of that, it's not all sunshines. There's going to be some cloudy days. I think it was necessary for like her eventual story to come in.
hmm hmm yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I that definitely was kind of one of those things. Like, dang, like Francesca finally had found that very unique man that liked her for who she was.
Hmm.
And both was weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it worked for them.
Yeah.
right,
Weird
right.
in their own beautiful way.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and off into the moon and all that jazz, but yeah, like I'm definitely it, kind of going back to what Alex mentioned, it's almost kind of like, which they kind of do it in almost all of the Bridgerton stories, I feel like, except for the third season, to a certain degree. But
Yeah.
um it's almost like in this one, there it raised so many other questions or wonders about the future of people outside of Benedict.
Hmm.
On the creative side, was that intentional, knowing that, oh, people may or may not possibly write this, even though we're trying to stay true to the book, the people may or may not assume or write this off just because it's not as scandalous or whatever as the other seasons have been. But it seems like this was like a big setup for a lot of things,
Hmm.
definitely to come. Like, especially with, going back to Violet, like, at the end, she tell bro man that like, no, Oh, honestly, I want to be out here like Benedict. I just
Right. I like my single life. What you mean? I'm in the
I,
street. I'm in the park.
she said, "Hold up now, I want to have my cake and eat it too."
Right.
right. But I I really wonder how much of that was true to the book,
Hmm.
or was that kind of added in as far as that decision? Because, going back to what you said, unlike society, she truly believed that people can be married and also be in love.
Hmm.
And the fact that she had been divorced for that long and everything like that, it definitely
But not
made it,
divorced. Her husband just
well, not
is
divorced,
dead.
sorry, been a widow for that long.
Yeah,
Thank you for correcting me. Been a widow for that long, and she finally found someone and it wasn't rushed. That's something that I will say I appreciate about the show. Like they literally
yeah,
dragged this out. My only thing, I wish I did know a little bit more about him. Because it was just early on, it almost kind of made me really wonder like what else was going on, or was he trying to use her or whatever like that.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, where did he come from? Because also I
Right.
didn't realize like he had a black name, oh Marcus. I said, Marcus, where you come from?
That's what makes me think like this is more of the show and not in the book. I don't remember seeing anything from the book readers about him in there. He could be in the book, but like it just seemed kind of random and like they just included him to kind of give her a storyline, which I'm fine with that. I like their storyline. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
also like if he is Lady Danbury's brother, like what's the age difference here?
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
Was he born after she moved to Mayfair and got married? Like, what's
Yeah. That.
really their relationship?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't really get that
And
background.
you know what? And probably the only way we might would get that background is if they did a Queen Charlotte too.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
only way I really see it. And was Violet not a kid or a teenager
She
when
was a kid.
She was a
so
kid.
Yeah, because
so
Lady Danbury fooled around with her daddy.
Yeah.
right. It's
Mm.
crazy. Um so yeah, like as they say, she wanted to find someone to help her bloom, So
Tending her garden.
right. So yeah, like I will say, oh, and speaking of her, I mean, she's leaving society
Mhm.
temporarily or just free to roam. So that's a whole nother interesting point within itself as well. And now I will say, Queen Charlotte was on some stuff the beginning of this show.
Hey, she
She
wasn't
was
playing.
so annoying. She was so annoying. I was like, hold on, we need to dethrone you because you're doing a lot, ma'am.
I was laughing. She was funny to me. I was like, she gonna come around, y'all. She better come around.
And as much as she was annoying, I think out of all the emotional moments, I feel like I really felt her being willing to let her go. It made so much sense.
Hmm.
When she
Hmm.
Because I think she had said something along the lines of like, or what I'm gonna do when he finally passes on or something like that. Um, and I was like, dang, like that's deep,
Hmm.
and I figured that's what that was kind of leading to and stuff like that. But yeah,
And
like
speaking, I was gonna say, and speaking of it, when he passes along, she actually dies before him. And somebody was doing the timeline, and technically, she would need to die the next season, essentially,
wow,
You about historically or in the book?
historic,
historically.
Oh. Hmm.
Yeah, she dies before him.
wow. Well, um, I don't think she's a part of the book, so technically, that could be an option.
Hmm.
I just I wonder if they will possibly try to. depending on the age of the younger Bridgertons,
Hmm.
um, like I wonder if they would try to stretch it out or like fast pace it to where it's kind of simultaneous thing. Because I mean, I really don't feel like she's such a dominant character that I also feel that it would be hard for them to make that happen right after
Hmm.
Francesca's husband just died.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
because I think the younger actors are 18 and 19.
okay, okay,
So Greg and Hyacinth.
But
Okay.
yeah, the people that play them are 18 and 19.
okay. In real life,
Hmm.
Oh.
okay. I know like the young lady, she looked like a little bit older, a little
Hmm.
bit. And I was like, okay, so her stuff could be coming pretty soon.
Hmm.
And like the young boy, I couldn't really tell. It was kind of like a back and forth thing.
He's the young. No, she's the youngest because Violet was pregnant with her because she's the only one that never met their father.
Right.
Mm, true, 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 true. That is right.
The little
That is,
boy when they had the girls dance recital or whatever, and he saw the black girl, he said, "I'm in love." I was like, I know this.
I said them Bridgerton boy. Hey,
They love them a person of color,
hey, they would have fit in around here, huh?
right?
I just thought about it. Literally, all of them were with a different race.
Oh
Every
yeah,
single.
Mhm.
every last one of them.
But
Wow.
that's why I said this is
Well,
Brandy Cinderella.
Except Colin.
Except Colin, yeah, he the only one.
Oh yeah, that is right. That is right.
He the only one. But that's why I said that this is the Brandy Cinderella, because Benedict is going all around town trying to figure out who the girl in silver is, and I'm like, sir, you really think this black girl is her? You think this white girl is her? I don't think that that's not it.
Look,
You are colorblind, sir.
man, yep, they all were the person of color, and that also, like, I hate that. I really wish they could, they slid in Anthony and Kate. I was like, can we please see, the Duke and Daphne? Like, I just want to see them at least once, a postcard or picture or something.
I think the Duke he said he don't want to do the show anymore. And in Daphne, that her character, since he's not going to do it, she doesn't want to do it.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah, because that's why she popped up in the second one, I believe, briefly. Uh,
Hmm.
briefly.
and maybe in the third one too, briefly, maybe. Um, but yeah, I mean, I never found like what was the reason why he didn't want to do it anymore. But yeah, that was kind of like yeah, I'm gonna nip this in the bud. This is it, buddy.
Hmm.
Thought I was stubborn and my character was stubborn in the show. Just you wait.
Right.
Just you wait.
See ya.
So, but yeah, I overall, I like the multiple storylines. I know there's gonna be more probably details with where Francesca life is gonna possibly go, will she wander off or whatever the case may be. Also, um, I am interested to see will Lady Danbury's brother fight harder
Hmm.
for Violet.
Mm.
I
Because I
would
do,
hope so.
yeah, because kind of felt bad for him. I'm like, dang, man, like you thinking like, oh yeah, we can be open. Oh yeah, we can do whatever stuff, and then like, yeah, see about that,
Hmm.
Mm.
which I think it would also take. She didn't say it, but I also wonder would it take her kids encouraging her also to settle down?
Mm.
Because I feel like also her not being settled down and focusing on herself, she may feel guilty as a mom not being able to give herself to her children. Especially since it's only what three left that well, three now back to four that's not married. So
Wait,
um
no, two.
It's three because of
It's
Violet.
three. Yeah, three. You're right.
then yeah,
Francesca,
Three
Violet,
because of
and
Eloise.
Gregory. Yeah,
I keep
it's
on
three.
calling her Violet. Eloise. I'm sorry.
yeah, Eloise, yeah.
Oh, Eloise. I'll be forgetting about Eloise mostly because she don't want to get married.
She is hilarious.
This
Yeah,
season, I didn't mind her actually.
She was
yeah,
perfect this season. Like her comedic timing and how she be doing her stuff and her facial expressions had me rolling the whole season.
Me too. And Corgan, earlier you said something about like it wasn't as scandalous. That's probably because, the whole Penelope storyline with everybody knowing who Lady Whistledown is and her not really being able to write how she used to because people know who she is. They can show up at her house and be like, hey, why you write that about me?
They did that.
And they
That
did.
girl, she pulled up on Penelope and was like, "Hey, now what's up? Got me out
yeah,
here in the streets looking crazy."
Right. You have to tell everybody my husband got a mistress. Wait a minute.
right. Yeah, that's wild. And like I think that's, it kind of explained even more why there was such a big hunt for finding out who she was from the queen because I mean it really just kind of made things, like clearer with the queen, just her understanding like, okay, she's like Lady Danbury around because she like the gossip and because she doesn't have any friends and she doesn't also want to be alone. But then also since she isn't out in,
A
around
part of
common,
society physically.
yeah,
Mhm.
and the only way that she can have anything to talk about or just know what's going on is literally through that. And I
Mhm.
Yeah.
think that also makes even more sense why she's like, no, I really need you to keep writing for me because
Right.
that's
Mhm.
the only way I can know what's going on and have some type feel kind of normal, and stuff too. So,
But
um,
this makes me think like, why didn't they just like, why did Penelope have to reveal herself to everyone and not just the queen? Because if the queen just knew that who her identity, then she could have continued going, the way she was.
I
I think
think. Did she
I
have
think
to?
I think it was high stakes. I think there became like a bounty or something like that,
Something was up. Yeah.
I
Okay.
think it was one of those things to where, also I feel like it kind of just went on with the plot of making such a grand moment, like, profound. But I think there was like, it was getting to a point, it's very serious and like money was put out and everything like that. So,
Yeah.
uh, because,
But
she didn't hold the tongue on the queen either. So,
right. But I think they have redeemed themselves by having somebody basically hijack Lady Whistledown, and
At
so
the
now it's a
end, sure
mystery
did.
again.
I sure was thinking, I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. So there's a new lady whistle down. Now we got to figure out who it is. That was a pretty good spin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't know who it could be.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, I will say, like, this approach was definitely different. And, um, I like, just kind of switch up and then also allowing a little bit of background story on some families and history more, like, because I feel like we got
Mm-hmm.
a really good amount of that in Queen Charlotte, and I feel like people probably yearn for that more. Um, but I will say I kind of look forward to if they're gonna essentially try to almost give us season one vibes again in the future, like bringing back another lady whistle down. I'm curious to see. I'm not familiar with the lady's name, but basically the one that's going to be the one of the new queens. What you call it?
Lady in
Oh,
Waiting.
lady in waiting. Yeah.
Yeah, like seeing how that's going to work out in the future because it's a little different. They're not close in age, even though she's
Mm-hmm.
very stern, but she's not close in age. So I'm just kind of curious, and I appreciate because I thought she was gonna basically snitch on them. I forgot what the situation was.
When she
She,
Oh,
heard
she knew about them,
yeah,
and she didn't
yeah,
say
and
anything.
she
but
didn't.
instead she tried to help them. I'm like,
Wait a
okay,
minute.
you a real one.
Oh yeah, because
No, y'all.
what?
What if that's it's her?
She the new lady whistle down.
That could work, actually.
Mm.
Because she didn't tell. And that means that she's been in a lot of places lately where she's been hearing stuff and boom.
Yeah.
And now
It could.
she a lady in waiting, so she gonna have more access to even more stuff. So you know what? That could work.
Hey, go ahead and call your shot early so you can be like, I told y'all.
I said it here.
I said it here.
I
March
thought
4th.
it could be Eloise. I was like, maybe Eloise, she needs to find something else to do.
I
I
don't think
wonder
she
what.
cared enough about society to do that.
She definitely does not. No, she don't even want to be a part of society.
Yeah,
No.
because then I also thought, was it the girl who also initially pretended to be her?
She's
Uh,
Precedent.
not smart enough.
No. She just
I'm
worried about her
sorry.
pink house, her pink mansion. Oh, how
yeah,
do we went this far also and haven't mentioned Lady Penwood? Oh my God.
Oh,
She
she's
got
so mean.
she got my girl locked up, man.
I know. I was like, now that was just mean. That was mean. She was finna leave and go to America, which was going to be a prison on its own
Right.
during that time period.
she
Like,
was like,
why would you do that to her?
Got her locked up, man.
And was stealing her inheritance.
Yep, stealing her inheritance.
Old girl said, she was like, my stuff 18 pounds. How much is yours? And she was like, wait a minute, you have to pay him 30 something pounds because you didn't think I could get him?
And then dude found out the money wasn't coming out. He dipped.
Uh-huh. Which
"Oh
means he only
Mm.
wanted you for the money, honey.
Yep. Mm.
man, that is wild. That is
She played.
wild."
She played that part though, because man, I was like, oh my God, she probably
Yeah.
was the more formidable antagonist from any of the seasons.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, I would definitely say so because it was like, yeah, yeah, I would say so. Like she's been the most aggressive and I guess you could say kind of swift in her way of moving about to get what she wants.
Mm.
But she didn't stop. She got the girl locked up.
She could have let her go to America like, and be done with it, but
Hmm.
she got her locked up, man. But yeah,
Dang,
Lake
that
Penwood wasn't nothing nice.
no,
I
not
know,
at
but I
all.
did love how they showed up for her in court.
Mm-hmm.
Benedict and Violet. That was really nice. And her talking about some, and he's the brother of the Duke of Hastings. Like she was ready to use that one.
And
Yeah.
my only thing with all this, I will say,
Mm-hmm.
Sophie, you could have gotten all of this taken care of way earlier if you would have spoke up.
Ooh,
You want
man.
to play a
Yeah.
little woman the entire time and be like, man, Violet was right there. But you know what? I take that back because it's almost like it taught a lesson.
Hmm.
Uh, love who you want to love. Don't worry about what society, the expectations of society or whatever like that. And I wonder is that ultimately what Shonda Rhimes and the whole writers team almost kind of want to move towards? Like, I wonder, are we going to have more couples breaking the fold on this whole thing
Mm.
about like, will society standards finally be broken by the end of Bridgerton?
They
I
set a
can see
precedent.
that.
It's possible. They set a good precedent.
Yeah.
But she
Yeah,
did
that's
have her chances, though. I ain't gonna lie. She was making me mad. I'm like, girl, say something. She had her chance 3 or 4
many,
times. Ooh.
so many. It's like
Leave
Violet
the
they ain't
girl alone.
begging her.
And
Be
I
like, say
said,
something, girl. I know you know something. I know you educated. You know these words. What is it? How you
most
know?
most maids can't read and speak French and all this
Right.
stuff.
Violet the whole time was like, are you sure you not like you something going on? Cause I don't know not one maid that can do the stuff that you can do. It's something. It's something.
About you, lady.
I said, are you sure about that? Are you sure you're a maid?
What you
Man.
running away from? You
And
Right.
kill
then, and
somebody.
then at the end, because it's I love how they did at the end because it's basically what they do these days and just throughout history. The victors write history and they can rewrite it to how they want it, how they flip the
Hmm.
story. And now her name is Sophie Gunn, and she was a daughter
Right.
of and all this type of stuff, so they can okay it. And I'm like, dang, they just flipped the story because if not, they would have got Lady Penwood thrown in jail for fraud and all this other stuff. So she was like, okay,
Mhm.
yeah,
Which is crazy about that time period, because like you could get away with so much back then because they didn't have cameras and stuff like that. So I could easily walk in the room and say, "Yeah, I'm this person."
they ain't
Yep.
got IDs. If nobody in there know who you are, like yeah, I guess that's her then.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was a good season. It was a good season.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely ready for the next one. I don't know. I got a feeling it's definitely gonna be very high stakes. I feel like on this next one. I think a lot of answers have to be given, big
Mhm.
decisions be made.
Yeah, I
So
think this season did a good job of setting up, future storylines. So I'm excited.
yes, yes, most definitely. All right, y'all. Well, again, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the AVP podcast. Stay tuned. We got a lot more coming up. I think we got a few things coming up. We may check out Hail Mary, which I think is like Ryan Gosling, new upcoming film I heard is really good. And of course, it starts getting really thriller-ish next month because Michael
Ooh,
Scotland is on the way. So yeah, so tune in, y'all. But other than that, peace.
yeah, have a good one.